Hello, hello, hello! How is it going, everyone? Let's double check the audio balance is good before we begin, and then we will begin Return of the Obra Dinn. Oh, very excited to play this game again. I'm thinking I might want to turn the game audio down a little bit, actually. Yeah, I'm turning it down about 7-8 decibels. That should be better, I think. How's that sound? I'll just need to remember to reset. Actually, it should be fine. Yeah, if it needs more adjusting later, please let me know, sooner rather than later, so I can get on that. So yeah, let's begin Return of the Obra Dinn. I have waited for 5 years to play this game again. I tried to forget as much as I could about the actual solutions to the puzzles. Obviously, I still remember like the overall what kind of happened to the boat, and there's one puzzle that I do unfortunately still remember. I'm never going to be able to forget it, just because it's the one puzzle I couldn't figure out myself. I looked it up and I felt so stupid for not being able to figure that out, so now it's just stuck in my head permanently. But I've forgotten the rest, and that's about the best we're gonna get for trying to go into a puzzle game like this fresh again. Last time I played it would have been October 2019, I believe. So let's go ahead and begin. Obra Dinn, built 1796 in London, 800 tons, 18-foot draught. Captain R. Witterell, crew of 51 men, last voyage to Orient Cape, rendezvous unmet. Contact East India Cyprus London office for inquiries or testimony. Chief Inspector Insurance and Claims London office. The Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare a full assessment.
Company man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know. I'll hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
Alright, we've arrived at the Obra Dinn. It is a 1-bit graphic style in 3D, which is just really funky. I love the aesthetic of this game. It's very, very cool. You can customize the graphics options a bit. You can change the color scheme. There's several options for color scheme. I chose black and white, which is listed as LCD. It's got the best contrast, and I would prefer to have good contrast, honestly. Also set the graphics to sharp, no smoothing required. I guess we can just take a look around the boat real quick. I can definitely see how this might be a bit of an eye strain for some people. The 1-bit aesthetic. I can definitely see that. But I love it. Like, personally, I love it. I think it's great. That is a mysterious light out at sea. What's that about? Oh, crap. Thank you. Thank you for the call out. Forgot to adjust that. Let me fix that. Yeah, my mistake. It happens. Yeah, I mean, you know what? This might as well be a bunch of ghost tricks happening. Well, with how this game's gonna go pretty quickly here. Okay, that should be fixed now. Alright, let's take a look around. I guess updating the now playing text is something I'm gonna have to remember if I'm doing this regularly. Oops, oh well. Yeah, not too much going on this boat. It's kind of abandoned. There's nobody here. There's a broken cage, kind of. One broken bar. Oh, we've got a corpse over here. Hello there. Lovely. There's plenty of flies, too. Can we go in here? No? Oh, maybe. It's locked.
Oi! It's too heavy!
Too heavy. Alright, let's come assist. Right here.
It's too heavy. Take it yourself or open it here.
Alright, fair enough. I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first. All will make sense in time. Use a pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Okay, and we got a table of contents, over 135 pages. Okay, so we can take a look at the charted course of the boat. Was intended to sail down around the southern tip of Africa and off to the east. I take it did not make it that far, given that it came back empty. Okay, we've got a map of the ship, including... I take it the feet are where we are currently at and where we're facing. Good to know. So main deck, gun deck, the orlop deck, and the cargo hold. And everything is marked by who would be where, or whose cabins are where. Nice, very useful. Complete crew and passenger manifest, along with their place of origin and their role aboard the ship. There are 60 people in total. And we got some sketches. I remember enough to know that this will all be extremely valuable for putting this entire puzzle together. We really need to keep an eye on all of the info they were giving us here. Alright, chapter 1, empty. On the cargo deck. On the orlop deck. Outside the first mate's window, so these are probably going to be hints about where we can learn information. We can keep flipping through. A lot of stuff happens around here. Ooh. This chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me, Henry Evans. Ooh, and lots of stuff inside the captain's quarters for chapter 10. Okay, we got a glossary, which gives us a lot of information on each role. I honestly wish I had known about this the first time I played the game. I never found the glossary somehow. I remember specifically wishing I had known this information about the bosun / boatswain. Okay, let's close the book. Remember death. Okay, so we've got everything out of that box. We should be good to go. Let's go investigate this boat. What horrible things have occurred upon this boat? as we approach a dead body, we're gonna pull out this compass.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Okay. So with the Memento Mortem, we get to see the fates of every single person aboard this ship. Just by finding their corpse, we can see their final moments. So, we can probably conclude from context clues that this is going to be the captain. Shots. This man with an axe. I really love the bullet trail. Holy crap. There's some really good detail in here. Alright, we can go ahead and take a look around, though the captain's in the way, so there's not too much we can take a look at. But this is how we're going to be investigating everything that happened here. It is of vital importance that you do things like, don't just look at the direct murder scene, but take a look around as well so you can find what other people are doing at the time, like this man running away with a knife. Oh yes, this game is... While all the murder scenes are freeze frames, it is definitely a lot more graphic than Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick was very comedic. Whereas this is a lot more gritty. Okay, how did they die? We can figure out that pretty quickly. They were shot with a gun by the captain. That seems like a pretty easy thing to deduce. Now, I do know there's an achievement on versions of this game which have an achievement where you can blame literally every single death on the captain. Just like say, oh, the captain clearly mismanaged this ship to hell and back. Blame every single death on the captain and you get an achievement for it. It's kind of funny. I've never done it, but it is hysterical. It's also technically true. Okay, 3 others were present. We can see who they are on these images that are included with the book. This guy we found climbing up with the knife. We can see a list of dialogue, a transcript of what was said with X's next to the person who died, what they said. Yeah, that makes sense. The idea is that the captain was responsible for every single life on the ship. If someone dies, it's his fault. Yeah, that's basically correct. But yeah, thankfully there's an really nice, there is an X next to the lines spoken by the person who died, which helps you to clarify what exactly happened. So we conclude that last line, we know the captain said that, we know the first and third lines were said by our victim here, and second line, kick it in, was likely said by the guy standing next to him. Once we are done investigating an area, we can go ahead and depart by heading through the door that will be nearby. Unfortunately, we do not have enough info yet to be able to deduce this guy's identity or this guy's identity. The captain we can figure out pretty easily. But the rest, yeah, we don't know who they are yet. So that's probably about all the info we can get for the moment. Now that we've investigated this first death, the door to the captain's quarters is open and someone's dead. So yeah, you kind of get the gist of how this game's going to go already.
Must be in here someplace.
They're at the bottom of the sea.
That's a lie.
Okay. So this would be the guy who was with the axe out here. Yeah, this is the guy who was standing right here. He was killed by the captain with a knife. And he had a pole and stabbed the captain with it, or attempted to stab the captain with it. What else can we see around here? Oh, the guy with the knife. Okay, I think I see where this is going. This guy's sneaking around back to come stab the captain. That's kind of funny. So clearly there was a mutiny. Everyone was coming after the captain. Captain was willing to kill to keep himself alive. Clearly shit has gone very, very bad. This is the end, after all. Chapter 10. Alright, 2 others were present. We found them both. Don't know who they are, but we do know they were knifed by the captain. Seems a reasonable conclusion. If it wasn't the captain, then, well, we know the same person killed both these people. So if we do figure out who it is and it's not the captain, we can update both of these fairly easily. Okay, door should be right back over there. At some point, we're going to need to start deducing what everyone's names are so we can fill in the entirety of their fates. But we're at an initial information gathering portion. Ah, we got another corpse over here. Yeah, this place is quite the mess. Again, why is there just a glowing light out there? Curious about that. Let's check out this death. Jesus! Captain was just on top of keeping himself alive, so it's not the captain who died here. It's the guy who snuck behind with a knife. Captain's just fighting back with the knife in his back. What do we got over here? Ooh. Are you deceased? Are you dead? We'll have to check that out. You're bleeding out on the ground. You just got fucking thwacked with the pole. Your plan did not go well. The gun's on the floor. Anything else we can find while we are here? I suppose we can check the upper deck. Nothing up here. I do like, though, when we are viewing the past, the outside of the ship is all white. That is an interesting detail. One other person was present. Don't know who they are, but they were clubbed, might be the closest. They weren't speared. The speared would imply they were stabbed with a spear. They were struck. Whoa! Hooves, tail, wing. Interesting. I think clubbed would be the best conclusion. By the captain, it seems. Also, really nice. You can see a list of all the memories where a person appears from, or appears in. Bookmark all memories where they appear for quicker navigation. That's going to make it a lot easier to figure this out. Use the buttons at the top of the page to edit bookmarks and navigate between them. Alright, I don't need you to be bookmarked, but that is good to know. Alright, and now this door opens. We've got one more person we can invest. Oh, wait. No, my mistake. We are still in the memory. Let's hop out, and then hopefully that door will open so we can see what's in there. Here we are. 2 corpses in here to investigate. Got a feeling I know who this is by process of elimination.
Abigail, your brother, my friend. I shot him dead. I'll be with you soon, my love. Please forgive me for everything.
Okay, so the captain committed suicide. Got it. Also, very important information. This person is named Abigail, and the person that the captain shot is Abigail's brother. So that gives us 2 names and a pretty conclusive fate. Ah, we can zoom in. And by zooming in on a person, we can see who they are on the book. Open the book while examining a face to flip directly to the sketch. This person's face is no longer blurred, which means that they can now be identified. We now have enough information that we know for sure who they are. Use the book and the pocket watch to gather enough information to deduce their identity. Revisit memories on the ship using the pocket watch to study relationships, appearances, and activities. Use the book maps, crew manifest, and artist sketches, pages 2 to 4, along with the individual conversation logs to find clues about. There were 60 people on the ship when it left England. Determining everyone's identity and fate will not be easy. Decisive information is rare. You will have to make assumptions using partial information. Some identities may only be revealed through a process of elimination. Good luck. Okay. We know you're the captain. That is confirmed. We know you are Abigail. Unknown passenger. Abigail Hoskett Witterell. So we're looking for someone named Witterell. And that will be you. You said Hoskett Witterell, was it? Hoskett Witterell. Okay, hyphenated last name. This may or may not be correct. Fates are validated in sets of 3. Correctly identify at least 3 people and their fates to have the information typeset into the book. Alright. He described the man he shot as his friend, so first mate would make sense. You are good, Coolio. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Unknown passenger, we know the role but not who. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, Robert Witterell met an unknown fate. I'm pretty sure he committed suicide by gun. Alright, that is 2 fates that we have successfully possibly figured out. It seems very reasonable that we have figured out these fates. Alright, now then. Now that we know about the captain's fate, next I want to investigate Abigail's death. If I can get just 1 confirmed death out of this set, 1 more confirmed death out of this set, that should be 3, and that should allow us to confirm that we've had these 3 correct. Alright, 4 deaths in this chapter. Fair enough. Next up is you, Abigail. And welcome back, Autumn. And so the game unveils its true colors. This is a monster murder mystery. There's a goddamn Kraken. Clubbed by the Kraken. Rest in peace, Abigail. Holy crap. And hey, Deca Real. Okay. Let's see. Lots of people absolutely terrified out of their minds because, you know. What a way to go, though. Okay, somebody here is named Martin. Possibly reasonable to assume that's you, but not entirely certain. We could metagame a little bit and check if the face is unblurred, but I'm gonna try not to do that. Yeah, they did wander right into Sastasha. So, we have Chapter 7, The Doom. Sadly, not the cat that I live with. Also not a status effect that you can remove with Asuna. Moved postmortem? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, Abigail. She was pretty clearly, clubbed by, a beast. Well done. 3 fates correct. Really nice thing about the way it confirms fates as well is it means if we get a set of 3 correct and we have something that we have fully filled in that didn't get marked as correct, that means that what we had filled in before in that one that wasn't confirmed has to be incorrect in some way. Very nice little way that you can... It's intentional metagaming, but it is still metagaming. Alright, with that, Twitch wants to run its ads in about 27 seconds, so with our first 3 fates confirmed, let's take a quick break. Let's run those ads. And yeah, oh gosh, it's coming back to me. Not the solutions to any puzzles or anything, but how good this game is coming back to me. Yes, it also makes it very, very hard to blind guess at everything. You have to get information right you have to get multiple things right in order to have it confirmed that any of it was right. So you have to actually investigate, which makes it really a lot more challenging. Which is good. I think it's a really well-balanced system, the way that they handle the way fates are confirmed. Alright, as soon as this ad is done, we'll hop right back in. I'm very excited to keep going. Just gotta make sure Twitch can pay the bills, because, you know, small indie company, definitely struggling to cover those bills. Okay, that... Autumn, I kind of want to see that ad, just because that sounds wild. Hello, Scrimbungus. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that ad at all. 1 minute left till the ads are done. Three fates cleared already? I can't believe we're already 5% of the way done in only 30 minutes. Which means this is a 10-hour game, clearly. No, I think my last playthrough which was like a little over 5 years ago. I think I was able to clear it in like 6-ish hours. So I don't think it's going to be quite that long. It'll start speeding up as we start to gather more information, are able to start really filling things in. But this is the game where you really got to use every tool it gives you. Yeah, some of the later ones get really hard. You need to use every tool it gives you. You need to fill in people's faces with their names, and then that thankfully auto-populates relevant information on other pages, like where they die. Yeah, there's one puzzle I remember that it's the one puzzle I could not figure out on my own. And it's the one puzzle I'll never forget because I couldn't figure it out on my own. And it involves fucking shoelaces. And we'll get to that when we get to it. Alright, we are back. We have appeased the Twitch gods. Let's continue. It does appear that our compass is having a bad time. Let's take a look around. It wants to show us something. Ah! We've got a glowing body over here, so that is someone who has died. Okay, so you're going to lead the way? Whenever we find a dead body within a memory, and that body no longer exists in the real world, the compass will bring it back from the dead so we can investigate it. Why, thank you, compass. Yeah. Ghost Trick took it to like the halfway point to start doing this. Awful. Oh God. So, crushed. Fair enough. What else can we see around here? You've got a gun. You're throwing a gun or receiving a gun from someone. I think you're tossing it to this guy. There is an animal inside this cage. I can't tell what it is. I saw you in the previous memory. That's gonna be a new body we have to investigate. Oh, hey, severed kraken limb. I really love that you go through the first few fates, the first 5 fates, and you're able to deduce 3 of them. And then immediately after that, when you start investigating that 5th fate, everything just kind of immediately goes to hell. Oh, it's a goat? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, no clue who you are yet, but we can conclude... Oh, they're triangles above their heads, above their photos. Does that refer to the difficulty of identifying them? That seems like the most reasonable thing to conclude. Let's check the sketch. Oh, you can be identified at this point, you think? Interesting. Who else can allegedly be identified? Now, just because the game implies we can identify them does not mean it's easy. Sometimes, if you can identify someone, it's going to be a very obtuse logic in order to get to it. You can do it, it's just going to be very, very, very obtuse. So, like, apparently we can identify these 2 passengers at this point. Okay, 1 to 3 triangles for difficulty. Thank you for confirmation. I don't think I have enough information to know who this person is yet. So let's keep going for now, and we can come back to that memory in a minute. Alright, you would be next, it seems. And, real quick, I'm getting a request for someone who wants to hop onto voice chat. Hello, hello. Real quick, it looks like I don't have my desktop audio going through the stream at the moment, so let me just fix that. Okay, now you should be audible.
Should I?
You should be. Hello.
Alright, cool.
Welcome to the stream.
How's Scary Boat? Yeah, you can just imagine what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's murder boat. It's murder boat time. Wow, okay, this is the most convoluted path you could possibly take. Oh, okay, they had to make sure I got all the blood splatter in.
Yeah, that's all part of the body.
That is indeed part of the body. For a moment, I thought from the fact that it was spawning so much that... I'll let it talk. Ooh! Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of almost what I thought. The fact that it was spawning so much body, I thought that implied that the body went splat? Exploded also works.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Could you pop a Discord stream up so I can
Yeah.
see the owner delay?
Yeah, let me see if I can get that.
Doesn't have to be like super high quality or anything.
Yeah, I'm playing this on Switch, so I think the best I can do is the OBS preview.
I think that'd be fine.
Let's see, share a window. Discord, please work with me.
Yeah, his body did just do that.
Okay, you able to see that?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, that should be much easier. But yeah, his body just kind of went boom. They threw a powder keg at him, presumably tried to kill the Kraken, or maybe its limb. We probably could reasonably say it was they were killed by the beast, but I'm gonna go with the powder keg. The game.
I have some thoughts about how this guy might have died.
Some thoughts, yeah?
Do you want to hear?
Yeah, sure.
Personally, I think this is the result of gross negligence on the part of the captain.
Yeah, you think so?
I do.
But yes. Thankfully, the game is very kind, implied earlier and by the joke just now, that you can in fact put in... There are multiple correct answers for many of the deaths. Because there's a lot of nuance and context to everything that's happening on this boat. So if multiple correct answers would be correct, then it will accept any of them. Okay, so you're not the one who's calling for the powder to be thrown. That's unfortunate for you. Okay, and that is all the deaths in this set. I like that the door is at the correct angle.
Yeah, you got to be able to walk through it.
But yeah, I can't, unfortunately, I don't personally have the info to deduce identities from this. But I can see that you were very much struggling to bring guns up above deck to shoot the Kraken. But yeah, that's it for this set. So let's hop on out and see where we can go next. I believe at this point the lower decks are now accessible. And we've got several bodies right off the bat. Or at least one body. I presume there will be more.
They should invent guns that work underwater.
They would need to protect the gunpowder somehow.
Maybe someday when I grow up and become an inventor, I can figure it out.
Mayhaps. That's grim. Oh, yeah, okay. I see why Twitch was giving this a mature rating.
This is a game about people dying in lots of gruesome, fucked up ways.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that for Ghost Trick, which was far more comedic about it. Oh God.
Yeah, and is a little more cartoony in its
Yeah.
art
Okay.
style. Thank you, Automod. Great job.
So this is the guy, I think, who was carrying up the guns earlier. We can probably reasonably assume that these people are all gunners of some kind. I'll have to check the actual personnel list to see what the exact role would be called. You look familiar. I've seen you a few times. Automod's doing its best. Thankfully, they allow us to intervene and say no.
Automod hates Looney Tunes and hates shit. No swearing allowed in this Christian Twitch chat.
Okay, so they were crushed by a cannon. No idea who they were. This person's face appears blurred throughout the book. This blurring indicates that you don't yet have sufficient information to determine that identity. Their fate may be known and can be entered now. Trying to name them while their face is blurred would be unproductive. Carry on and pay attention. Faces will become unblurred when the information necessary to identify them has been revealed in some way.
Well, clearly that can't be a cannon master, or he wouldn't have gotten crushed by a cannon.
So what I want to do is, I'm trying to find gunner's mate. So there's no specific role, it looks like, unless I look at the glossary, I suppose, for someone who mans the cannons down below, unless it's specifically the gunner. But I suspect military officer in charge of weapons and military procedures on the ship. So yeah, not necessarily gonna be the gunner.
I mean, I would say the gunner is responsible for general cannon, like, they'd be responsible for, like, organizing that shit, but probably not necessarily being the one to use it, considering how many cannons there are.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's see. Helmsman's in control of the wheel. Steward, yeah, that makes sense. Seaman might be accurate. What's a surgeon? I've never heard of such a role. Okay.
Well, what you might don't know is that they're also the coroner.
Okay, next body is over this way. Let's navigate around the guns.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The gunner's mate would be more responsible for that. But shut up.
All right. Again, why does the compass take the most convoluted paths?
It's gotta make sure that it has enough time for the music to sync up.
You know, I was thinking the exact same thing. I'll take it.
I'm pretty sure that is, like, literally exactly why it does it.
I mean, that makes sense. It's just also very funny.
It's kind of animal in a way.
Okay, so you got blasted by the cannon. Jesus. This really is gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew it was gruesome, but like seeing it again after 5 years? Yeah, holy fuck.
Is that?
This, I think, is the guy who we saw dead upstairs. One of the guys we saw dead upstairs.
Those tattoos are pretty distinct.
Yeah. Yeah, he was rocket jumping. This is Team Fortress 2 now. Or at least he thought it was. I guess technically we could blame it on this guy for lighting the fuse, but it was clearly an accident. Like, very clearly an accident.
It looks like there is a big tentacle around it. I think obviously the Kraken shot him.
Oh, you're right. The Kraken did reach in and grab. It is
I mean,
sometimes a little hard to distinguish in the 1-bit graphics.
Yeah. Why? Wait,
Ooh, we
I-
got
I wish I had a-
multiple deaths in this one, actually.
I wish I had a bit crush filter I could apply.
Before that, I wanted to... Did they both die at once? I can't see their face. I wanted to mark them as blasted by a cannon, but I can't really see their face well enough. Alright, well...
You might just have to process of elimination it later.
Yeah.
If that's what the game is expecting.
We can also use the zoom in and identify feature once the compass is done having a panic attack.
This is true.
We'll have to go back to that memory. This is possibly one of the flaws with this game, is that it does kind of railroad you when you've got all this information coming at you rapid fire. It's not completely awful. It can just get a little bit distracting if you're like, need a little bit extra time to work on one memory.
Speaking of Obra Dinn, have I recommended? There's an Obra Dinn inspired game
Oh?
that I think I might not have mentioned to you.
Oh! Okay, they both got blasted by the cannon. Got it. Oh dear God.
Oh yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah! Cannon by... I can't say
Terrible
accident.
beast.
We could blame it on the beast. Or
Or you could say unknown.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the guy who lit the fuse was a secret traitor, and so you could say enemy.
So far, maybe. But I'm gonna say cannon, beast. I'm blaming the beast for this
They
one.
blamed the beasts, but they found beauty in the lives of beasts, and couldn't lie to the East India Trading Company about it.
Okay, can't identify you yet. Fair enough. But you were very clearly crushed by the beast. You were lighting the fuse, and then, yeah, the beast shoved the cannon through the wall. And that's when everything went to hell in here. Are you the... Okay, no, I don't know who you are yet. But you are the guy who was knifed earlier. I knew I recognized you.
Sorry. You had the game to doing things at you, but the game that I was thinking of is Case of the Golden Idol.
Can you write that down for me?
I will do you one better and send you the Steam page.
Awesome, and don't let me forget. I will not be able to check until after stream.
I'm sure you. Yeah.
Crushed by the beast seems reasonable. I do wonder... It says medium difficulty to identify you.
You got guard crushed. It's fucked up.
Not sure how I would go about identifying you yet. They seem reasonably high up in command since they're all over the place. But I don't know yet. Alright. We are allowed to leave. Yeah, both of them got blasted. That is just tragic. Here, let's... Yeah, you can't be identified yet. I do know there was earlier a name called. Abigail called out a name, but we couldn't identify who it belonged to since there were so many people on deck at the time. So that could also be the relevant info they want us to use to identify someone. Let's see. What else can we identify? Oh, actually...
I do have a piece of a thing about how the game treats identification. If you would, if you are willing to hear it, I don't. It shouldn't tell you any information about like who anyone is, but
yeah, I'll take that info.
So the game will mark someone as able to be identified, assuming, like, if you have perfect knowledge of 18th century English sailing protocol or like positions.
Oh no! You're cut!
Technically, that information
Bear up, son.
will
I'll
be
stay with
considered
you.
good enough
Okay.
to know who someone is.
Aye.
So,
To pull him back.
if someone
You
says
tell him
they can be
yourself.
identified, that
Brennan,
might be
bring
true
the surgeon's kit!
if you had perfect background knowledge. So
That-
it's not necessarily.
Not
So if you-
necessarily
if you get
reasonable,
stuck-
but possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'd be reasonable if you knew that background information, but like that's not a reasonable thing to assume what everyone can do.
A lot of shit is happening in here. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, the blood trail.
Yeah, I definitely remember this occurring. I don't remember how it all resolves, but I do remember there's a lot of shit we're about to learn. Okay, so there was mention of bring the surgeon's kit. You are listening out, so I think your name was called, so you are likely named Brennan, since that's the name they called. I can't believe it. Brennan Lee Mulligan is on this ship.
And you were faster than I was.
Okay, I went right past the name somewhere. Come on, brain. I know you can figure this out. Where is this Brennan they mentioned? Unless it's a last name, in which case looking at the first names is not helping me. I'm looking at the first names and seeing nothing, so I'm making a fool of myself, certainly.
Quick thing. It's on the last page. It's the last name. You just scrolled past it is the only reason I know.
I need to check the damn dialogue. Okay. Once the dialogue comes in, I'll be able to identify you. And you're the one who is knifed. So, that's good. That'll be a fate we'll be able to determine.
That's good. It's good that you were knifed.
It's good that we have knowledge of what happened to you. Yeah, I need to review that dialogue. Because there was a lot of info in there.
Yeah, sorry. I kind of talked over some of it.
You're good, you're good. I think it's good that he died. Indeed. Okay, so this is right near the end. They were bleeding out, I believe.
There was a large trail of some sort of dark liquid.
Probably blood. You see, I want to say you probably got knifed.
Maybe he spilled his maple syrup.
Don't know by who. Don't know who you are. But I did hear that right. The name is Brennan. So let's go to you. You said the very last name on the list?
Not last name on the list, but on this page.
Oh,
It's the last
Henry
name.
Brennan. Okay, last name. It is. Okay. Long lists overwhelm my poor ADHD brain.
Yup.
It's not like the game's necessarily doing anything wrong with how it displays information. It's just a lot of info.
No, it's the game's fault. We need to do something about this developer.
I really gotta actually play through Papers, Please someday, but it's really stressful.
Yeah, I also need to play it.
We need to kill this crew because there's too many names. You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. I think it's good that the Kraken did this.
Oh! Bashed in the head by Brennan. God damn it, Brennan Lee Mulligan on a murder spree. How many people? I'm going to assume all of these bodies are Brennan's fault.
That's a large assumption. That's just one guy. Could he really kill so many?
I mean, there's a lot of fucking bodies we saw in this area.
And yeah, his follow through is immaculate.
Yeah, the dioramas in this game are beautiful. Okay, what else can we learn? You're sprinting over this way. Oh, you are crawling with a knife in your back. You came from the direction of Brennan Lee Mulligan. Can he sue me for slander for making this joke?
I would assume not. But even if he could, he would. I don't think he is watching this stream to know that you're making it.
I also feel like he would think it's funny in some way. Clubbed by Brennan. Don't know who you are. You're in 3 memories. Let me guess. Yeah, the other body right next to the murder site.
That would be convenient. But what if there's a secret third body?
Seriously, one of the most delightful things about this game... There probably is going to be a few more bodies, honestly. One of the most delightful things about this game is just, like, since you are going through these memories in a chain, you can see the development frame by frame, effectively, of what exactly happened, and it's fun to work backwards in that.
You have a plan?
Oh, fuck. Brennan Lee Mulligan in the chat. We've got to take action. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. There we go. Wait.
Oh my god! Why did you do this?
It was funny. Also,
Oh no, how do you undo
that was
this?
gonna be 600 seconds.
Do I need to unmod you?
No.
Okay, good, you fixed it. I'm so sorry, Scrimfungus. Okay, now we know. Oops. Okay, shot in the face by... Okay, so it was not Brennan who shot this guy. We do know head is coming clean off.
I think that's... I desperately hope that that is the hat.
It does kind of look like the hat. So Brennan heard it, came down, stabbed this guy for shooting this guy. We've seen this guy several times before. He was the one stumbling up the stairs with the guns.
Yeah, his head was perfectly hat-shaped. This is Jotaro Kujo.
But yeah, so, yeah, no, this is the guy who's climbing up the stairs with the guns.
This is the guy who fell downstairs.
Yeah.
And everyone pointed and laughed at him and started calling him Stairs Boy.
So yeah, that's
It
another
was really sad.
nice thing about this game is once you start to figure out a few of these identities, a lot of information starts falling into place because you see them interacting and you know how they've been interacting with each other and where they appeared before. Oh, we got a body up here. Just kind
How
of
did that happen?
being tossed off the edge.
Well, that's unfortunate. What happened to this? Who killed this?
And now this staircase is open as well. I believe it was closed before.
Let them go!
Oh my god. Why is this line the one that immediately sparks deja vu?
Great question.
Shot by a civilian. Damn. We got another body in the chain. I feel like there's a good chance that when I last played this game, I was stuck on this particular memory for a long time, probably coming back to it a lot to identify people. Especially given, look, we've got the captain here.
There's a lot of people in this memory.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here and a lot of things happening, so this is probably a good one for identifying a lot of stuff. So yeah, we got the captain with a gun. This is the guy who came down with a knife to try and stab the captain. We got Brennan and one of his friends. I feel like I've seen you a few times. Okay, so this was just probably a minute before the last memory we looked at. They were shot by a gun. We don't know who. We do know it was by one of the civilians, one of the passengers. And I do, if I remember correctly, the game does somewhat expect you to do a little bit of racial profiling. Not in like a racist way, but in like just recognizing cultural differences between how people dress to help identify like country of origin, and that helps you narrow down which person they can be on the list. All right, Twitch wants to run ads, so we're gonna do that real quick, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes to see what the compass is having a heart attack about now. We'll be back in a little bit. Run that ad. Switch to the burb screen.
I love advertisements.
I love advertisements. Amazon needs their money to pay for bandwidth. Hey, you know what? I'm getting like 55% of the ad revenue. I can't complain that much, honestly. But I think their current frequency for ads, they want about 5 minutes of ads every hour. I have it set to 3 minutes of ads every 36 minutes, and so about 30 minutes is generally kind of like how much I like to go before taking a break.
All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah, you can tune it to be like short ads more frequently or long ads less frequently. Oh crap, the cactpod draw. I mean, that only just happened 2 minutes ago.
Oh, you poor thing, you missed the cactpot. What will you do?
The early bird's still going on for the next 58 minutes. I'm gonna miss the early bird, but that's not a big deal to me. I'll eventually have all the money I'm looking for. True, the spectacle is very nice. But yeah, I am excited for some of the identities to start coming in so we can start really piecing all the info together.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been able to have any fates confirmed in a while, which is just kind of how this game goes. We're just right now we are getting all the information, and then we can start piecing the puzzle together in full.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mewtwo could have saved everyone. You're right.
Mewtwo could also have decided that the humans on board the boat didn't deserve to live because of their cruel and greedy nature, and simply left them to their fate.
Yeah, the Kraken was actually an agent of God.
Mm-hmm.
The Pope sent the Kraken, is what I'm saying. It's the Pope Kraken. Sissel could have saved everyone.
It seems like a lot of people died over a long span of time. I don't know if Sissel could have done it.
I do remember, apparently 2 years ago in 2023, Shu Takumi was talking about if the remake of Ghost Trick sold well enough, there is a possibility for a spiritual sequel, kind of using the same mechanics but not continuing Sissel's story. Because obviously Sissel's story is pretty done.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that could be really good. I hope that happens. I love Ghost Trick. And I ain't gonna say anything, because Dagorielf has not finished it yet. I'm not gonna say anything more than that.
Not. I know that a crucial plot point about Sissel from pretty early in the game is that he has like 24 hours or whatever before he stops being able to do fun ghost things and has to just be dead.
Yeah, so what he was told is he has until dawn, and when dawn comes, his spirit will dissipate.
Okay.
Okay, looks like the ads are up. Let's hop back to it. The Compass has been having a heart attack for 3 minutes. We have to save it. Perform CPR now. Wait, CPR doesn't work on heart attacks. CPR works when your heart's already stopped. I wonder if this might be the body we need to investigate.
No, I think this is a different body that just happened to be there.
We're already standing right there. Please, Compass. I know you're waiting for the music, but please. So dramatic. I love that the fake bodies are all blurry and out of focus.
Last one. Move quick.
You'll not take the last punch!
Okay, so one of these two people is named Paul. And you were calling out to Paul, I believe. So is there... First, let's figure out... Oh, level 3 difficulty. This is a deduction rating. A higher rating means that it will be more difficult to deduce this person's identity. Focus on the easily deduced identities first and leave the more difficult ones for later. Okay, so you're a passenger, we know that. Just from the way you are dressed. You can't be Henry Brennan, because we've already selected that as for someone else. Where's my list of passengers? Oh, here we go. So, she looks English, I will say. So, either Emily Jackson or Miss Jane Bird. We want to find who's Paul. Paul Moss. First mate steward from Wales. So no relation. So you were very definitely stabbed with a sword by this guy. Can't identify you yet. Can identify you, so that, I feel bad for metagaming like this, but that kind of implies that this is Paul.
I don't think that's metagaming. I think you're using, like, I'm pretty sure the game giving you the information of you can identify this person is intended to let you identify people.
That's fair. It doesn't feel right, though. I think, okay, so we can assume this is the one who's calling out to Paul because she's reaching out towards somebody. She's reaching out towards this guy, so this is likely Paul. That is probably the logic that the game wants you to use. But what feels metagamey to me is using the fact that it is unblurred and when it became unblurred to deduce the identity. That's what feels a little bit iffy to me. That might just be me being weird.
I feel like if if that was something the devs were going to have an issue with, the game wouldn't be like this.
That's fair.
Because
That is
there's
fair. It is
probably a
actively
way that they could do it differently
yeah.
than how it is now.
Yeah, they are actively giving the information. You can identify this person now, so that's fair. It just feels off to me.
It does, or that's fair, but I think it is intended for you to be able
Yeah.
for that to be part of the information that the game is giving you.
Yeah. Oh, this man has no left arm. And 2 left
Oh,
feet,
what
perhaps?
happened? Like, oh, but or took his arm. He needs that, or he needs that to write and open a bag of chips.
I think he tripped and fell and landed on a sword while he was dancing because of his 2 left feet.
That would do it, I think. It would have happened. That would have happened to me if I was on a boat.
Oh,
whenever this was.
Early 1800s. I left it behind, so it paused. The music and the cloud both paused.
Put me down.
I think the cloud is personally singing the song, and so if
The squid's gone.
when it gets scared or shocked, the song stops.
How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm.
Okay, so we have German, Austrian, Germanic guy with a French mate. That gives us this person's identity.
Curse like that. Does that live for nothing?
I can't recognize the accent, but verdammt looked like a Germanic word to me. So we can probably identify you at this point. So we are looking for... Okay, so this is probably Alfred Klestel. The boatswain, Austria, so Germanic. French mate, Charles Miner is French. Bosun's mate's French. Okay, so
If he was French, I think it'd be Charles Miner or something. I'm not.
Fair
my
enough.
French isn't incredible.
But I do think this is a correct deduction. I'm going to double check. Are there any more mates who are from France? I guess, is there anyone else from France? Not that I'm seeing, unless I skimmed over it again.
It doesn't look like it.
So yeah, this is probably the boatswain. Bled out seems like a reasonable conclusion. Though I do want to double check that this is the one who was saying, "Where's my Frenchman?" So I'll check the transcript for that once it shows up. We got a blood puddle. You're coming from down below. Who are you? Oh, that's the captain. Captain's climbing upstairs. We got a door right there, so we're probably at the end of a chain. Makes sense. I don't see any other bodies around here.
Yeah, you got too greedy with the jam and just messed it all damn up. Got it everywhere. Just made it damn bad. It's not good at all what happened because of his jam indulgence.
Okay, met with an unknown fate? No. Decapitated is not correct, but it was dismembered. I do want to double check the... Okay, so yeah, this is the boatswain. So the boatswain's mate was torn apart by the beast. That is good to know. I don't see anything that quite matches how I would have put this. Killed by a sword is the closest.
Yeah, I
Since
don't.
disarmed.
If I remember correctly, you have to give a more specific reason than just bled out. That isn't an option.
Torn apart might also work given a lost an arm and then bled out from that.
It's reasonable.
Probably, and also probably reasonable to assume by the beast.
Beast sure does like to tear things apart, it seems.
Yeah, given that this seems to be this is the aftermath of the Kraken attacking. So, where do they appear? They appear here. That's kind of what I thought. And there's the door. Okay,
Oh,
what
I
else?
love it when there's a door. It means that I'm doing good.
So you're the guy who got clubbed by Brennan Lee Mulligan. You're the guy who's been carrying guns around. Actually, you've been carrying guns around. I don't think it'd be entirely unreasonable to say this is probably the gunner or the gunner's mate.
It makes sense.
But the game also says we can't identify at this point. So I'm going to say let's leave it. But that feels like a reasonable guess. We can come back to that.
Yeah. To be fair, the game wouldn't let you identify them if it didn't think there was a way for you to tell that it was the gunner or the gunner's mate.
Hmm.
So very, very well could be one of the two.
Okay, so the passengers likely are alive. They... Oh, we need to identify where they went? Oh, crap. Okay. Then let's head back all the way to the start and take a look at the map. Chapter 9. They could have made it to the Canary Islands. They said they're going to sail east. So Madeira, the Canary Islands.
Yeah, Scrimbogus, I'm gonna need you to stop spoiling the answers to all these puzzles.
Alive. Closest answer would either be Africa or the Canary Islands. I'm going to go with Canary Islands for now. And that's something I'll have to remember to come back to later.
Yeah, you should be apologizing. Thank you.
Oh dear. Oh, that's upsetting. That's just a leg caught in a rope.
Oh, uh-oh.
Go back there!
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up!
Oh! Don't know you. So shots, no clue by whom. Got... Oh
Name
dear.
exploded.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You're in a bad way. Oh! You know what? Look what this guy's hand's on. This is totally the helmsman, isn't it? If that's where he's positioned for the sake of the photo, it would make sense if he's the helmsman. He's also hanging out near... never mind.
Maybe
maybe.
he just really wants to be the helmsman.
Or maybe. Do they really? control it from right here? This seems like an awkward spot to put it. Murder.
I think there's been quite a bit of that. I don't know why this one is special.
Okay, this is just out of the, just off the shore of the Canary Islands. So you were clearly shot with a gun. Don't know by who.
By gun shit.
Now, who the fuck is this? Lead the way, Magic Cloud. I forgot you can cancel the watch.
Oh, holy fuck, new tech watch canceling. This will be huge for the speed.
Okay, well,
Начальник, его там дайте!
we know who this is.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England.
Okay, this is a very
I sentence
confirmed
you to
fate.
death by firing line. Mr. Wolf.
Oh god, are we going to need to figure out... Firing line. Are we going to need to figure out exactly whose bullet killed him?
Yeah, you're gonna need to guess which one of them got the blank and which one got the real bullet.
Fuck. Okay, well... Crap, what was the name? They're from
Hawk
Foremost.
saying Lao, I believe.
Thank you.
And that is Miss Leo.
Yeah, that would... Wait,
Or
where-
Leon.
That would make sense. I need to check the transcript again to double check that. Okay, whose bullet? Brennan! I
could
can't
also-
believe Brennan Lee Mulligan shot him.
The captain did order it, so
I
think the captain did it.
Yeah, we could blame the captain, but Brennan Lee Mulligan did it.
Brennan is like Brennan is definitely MVP, most valuable. Definitely is MVP. He probably has played the game. Like, I think this guy might be smurfing.
I always like to center on one of their faces whenever the screen fades out.
It's funny.
28 others were present.
That's a lot of others. I guess
Okay.
it would make sense for a firing squad.
Shot, gun by Brennan Lee Mulligan. Aha!
Weird that everyone died exactly once. That is normally how dying works.
Okay, we were correct on the boatswain. Correct on you. And correct on Brennan Lee Mulligan. Alright, we are now 10% of the way through the game after 90 minutes.
No, Coolio, I haven't. What's that?
Miss Lim. Okay, yeah, so that is likely Lim.
Leon, I believe.
Lim?
Oh, Lim. Sorry.
It is a bit of a handwritten font.
It's handwritten, and I'm looking at the Discord stream, which is lower res.
Yeah. Okay, so
I have an excuse. Be nice to me.
you do have an excuse. No, you know what? We'll follow the compass, but we know who this person is because we know they were murdered, and that's what you're being executed for.
Just letting you know, we are getting a little bit of roommate audio.
Oh, are we? I've got my door shut. That's about the best I can do.
It was just a tiny bit, and it seems like it stopped.
Yeah.
Since, but I felt like I should just let you know.
Thank you. That's unfortunately, this is about the best I can do. Nunzio Pasqua. Keep doing that.
Hello? Who is there? Who is that? Is someone hurt? Senor Nichols, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Hello, yes. All fine here. Just, sorting some things.
Wheatley?
Watch your step. Here, let me help you.
Why did that sound like Wheatley to me for a moment? Okay, so you are Nichols. You're the second mate. That's fun. Nichols looks like stabbed Pasqua?
Certainly looks like it.
Nunzio Pasqua, there you are. Okay, that's another fate down. That's a really easy one. Oh! Also... Okay, so there's been a mysterious glowing effect out in the ocean. It does appear to be coming from... Or at the very least, it appears there's a very similar effect coming from you.
The glow.
The glow, the mysterious glow. So I take it that Nichols was trying to steal whatever this is. And that's why he's killing Pasqua. Hello, door. Oh, I can just go around this way. It is not Stephen Merchant. Fair enough. It would be wild if they got Stephen Merchant to voice anyone in this game. But it did sound like Wheatley for just a moment to me.
Yeah, Stephen Merchant did not do this murder.
Stabbed. No?
I think knifed is one.
Yeah, there it is. By the second mate. Really? Not gonna let me investigate this corpse right here.
He's just sleeping.
Okay.
He's just having a little bit of a nap. He's just a sleepful guy. Oh my god, what's the word for, like, an accessory, for, like, a piece of technology, like a fuck.
Keep trying. I don't have it yet. Keep trying.
Not peripheral. Fuck, thank you.
Peripheral, that's right. That makes sense. Okay, the lower level is open now, but I want to check all the doors first. Oh, it's all fucked up. Delightful.
It's damn bad.
Okay, there's a lot of blood coming out of this room. What do you think we're gonna find? Oh, we've already found you, I think. The door simply shut itself. Okay, let's head downstairs. Why don't they put the cannon that crushed that guy before a firing line? That's a good question. The gun needs to be held responsible. We can peek into these rooms. Kind of.
Go, wouldn't it be fucked up if you had to do this to figure something out?
I get the feeling that we have to do that to figure something out.
I genuinely don't remember if you do, but it would be very fucked up.
Sure, let's investigate the death of a cow.
It's good that they saved the cow skull so that you could do that.
Let her here. One swing. Get through the skull
Amanda's
and
not
stone
here,
her
right?
brain. I'll cut her throat. when
She
you've
would be
done.
very distressed.
Here? Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Chuck?
Mind
Okay,
your
got a
shoes
name.
now.
Okay, puking is Charlie. Charles Minor, perhaps? Let's go through, see if there's any more Charles or Charlies. Probably not, but it's Charles Hirschdick. Okay, midshipman would make sense. I highly doubt it'd be the boatswain's mate. So I'm gonna say probably Charles Hirschdick. Yeah, we're gonna say that's Charles Hirschdick. The Kraken threw up. Rest in peace, cow. See, these are likely all midshipmen then.
It makes sense. They're all hanging out, doing work together.
Yeah, doing the same job together. 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 midshipmen that we don't know. You
That would be
exploded.
incredibly funny.
Oh god, that would suck. Identical twins. There's 3 midshipmen. Here, let's go back to this. Starts. The crew. There's only 3 midshipmen and 4 people here, so...
They're killing a cow. Do you think is there
A butcher? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, this guy's probably not the boatswain's mate. The boatswain's mate is a much more important role, so... is going to be with the boatswain.
I mean, potentially.
It would make sense.
It would make sense, but like I think it's not unreasonable that a mate might get pulled away from the person whose mate they are to do like if a hand was needed somewhere else.
That's fair. That is fair. But I think it's unlikely enough that I'm going to say it's probably the midshipman named Charles rather than the boatswain's mate named Charles.
That's fair, unless both Charles are there.
Possible.
That'd be funny.
New body. I did see it being carried up the stairs. So what happened to you? God, they had people dying even before the Kraken showed up. This ship was doomed.
Yeah, the Ursat's gnomes. changed his color.
Well? Same as the other fellow. Some lung disease. Not consumption. Made worse
Oh,
by
good. It wasn't tuberculosis.
If so, we'd all have it.
Oh, that's
They
good.
must have picked it up at the Alaska house. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him?
So the surgeon's on
What are
hand.
his chances?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
So I want to look for who's an authority, and that's going to be the surgeon. So you're the surgeon. Got it. I guess could be the surgeon's mate, admittedly. Don't know who you are.
Yeah, shout out to Laudanum.
I know of it, but I don't remember exactly. I don't remember exactly what it's used for / what it exactly is.
It's a tincture of opium. It's a painkiller, I think.
Ah, okay, that would make sense. Just seeing if I know anyone else here.
Apparently, it can also be a cough suppressant, but painkiller. Apparently, it is the equivalent of 1% morphine.
Okay.
So it's weaker, but
Okay, so I don't know who this is, but may have identified the surgeon. Could be the surgeon's mate, but I find that unlikely. Okay, so there was the body outside. Because the mate is generally just not actually performing the role, but performing, like, assistant to the person actually performing the role. Could it also be, like, someone who is learning the job?
Potentially. The mate is like, if the person who is doing the job is like unable to do it for whatever reason, or they need two people doing that job, the mate is like a guy who goes, yeah. The mate is like
the gopher.
Generally the most gopher, like generally most well trained replacement for whatever the specific role.
Is that Arabic? Okay. Right. This is something that fucking. So.
She's remembering, chat. She's remembered. She's remembered the fucking numbers.
So I know that there is a solution where you're supposed to match fucking the numbers to shoelaces, and that is the one thing I could never figure out on my own. Anyways, I could easily figure out this society just from the dialogue. But it looks like you just expired of natural causes.
Or was maybe sickness.
I could have put that on the other guy too.
I think if I remember correctly, expired tends to be
old
expired
age.
is old age in particular.
So illness. Okay, so you are. So hold on. 51. We can identify you. So we got 51, 53, 54. How does this numbering work? That's an X. They're not gonna let me use this number.
Yep.
We skipped 52. Where's 52?
Is 52x? Is that what it's trying to tell you?
Maybe. Okay, so you died of illness. Aha! That's 9. Perfect timing because Twitch wants to start ads in just a moment, so. we're 15% through in just under 2 hours. All right, let's run those ads real quick, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Get up, go get a drink, go have a stretch.
Go stretch. I'm gonna go check on if there's what the plan for dinner is. I'll be right back.
I know what the plan for dinner for me is, and there's soup.
It's soup?
Soup.
Soup.
And it's
soup,
probably
soup,
red.
soup. Her ass is not ready for soup. She has a fork and knife.
Okay. Well, God damn it. $25% off. That is pretty good.
I return with a dinner of stuffed shells.
Ooh.
Where did I put... There's my pepper. Where did I put my salt? There's my salt. Wow. Alright, how are the ads looking? Minute 30 left. I'm gonna nom. Ooh, that is a lot of sauce in these stuffed shells.
Oh, you're good. It's gonna be a sauceful mess.
It's gonna be a mess, but it's delicious.
Oh shit, she's having a tasty mess.
Yeah, 9 fates so far. Not bad progress at all. All right. I will eat the rest later because we got 10 seconds left until we can return. Slurp, hydrate.
Oh fuck! I leaned away from the mic. I thought that would be enough.
It was fine. It wasn't that loud. All right, we are back. We've solved 9 fates. Let's keep going. Okay, I do want to try and figure it out real quick. I guess it might be 52, but then why 51, 52, 53, 54? Why in an X pattern? Why is it so weird? And yeah, this memory sucks because you have to identify, you have to look at these shoes and the socks and the shoelaces and line it up with other people elsewhere in the game and line it up with the numbers to figure out who these people are. Okay, 39, 40, 41. 59, 38. This numbering doesn't make any sense. So you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking pictures. I know they didn't have cameras in the 1800s, but I'm not in the 1800s.
You're just remembering really good.
There's no way we're gonna have enough information for 41. That's all in shadow. 40.
Yeah, this guy, maybe if they tucked their feet in and gave them and read them a story and gave them a goodnight kiss, they wouldn't have died.
39. Who else is there? You three are hanging out together. Oh my god, tattoo? You're gonna make me identify with a tattoo? At least it's distinctive.
Yeah.
Looking for a right arm, a lady in a dress. You're in shadow. You're in shadow. Your shoe has a little bit of detail, but not enough that I feel confident to take a picture. There are other ways to identify most of these people, but some of them do require you to actually do this fucking compare the number to the shoes shit. Okay, I've marked you, right? Yes. Oh, you're the guy who died of ill. Okay. So you're not in bed. You're with this group, so you are probably 53.
It seems like it would make sense.
Seems like a reasonable conclusion at the very least. You're also with this group. I just don't know which one you would be.
You probably need to cross-reference from somewhere else.
Yeah, and the X kind of tells me they don't want me to use this to identify them.
Unless you can determine solely based on missing number, but I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, the numbers are very out of order, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that segment's done. Okay, lowest floors are still locked. There's the cow. Anything else down? There does seem to be a body back there.
Oh.
Hey, don't shut the door on me. Now please shut the door on me. Please. Okay, fine, I'll go around the... You jerk! Okay, I can't go back this way anyway. Alright, let's go back to that body that's in the outer hull area. Poo-hoo-hoo-hoo! A body has been discovered! Sorry, I had to do it at least once.
Oh, that's a skeleton.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Oh. Oh my god! Right! This fucking chapter!
The crab.
Yeah, the fucking crab! Okay, am I allowed to go out into the main area? Oh, hi! Okay, so whoever you are, you got shot. I want to say you got shot on accident. They were aiming at the spider.
The crab.
Crab spider shit. Looks like it went through and hit you on accident.
Unfortunate.
Okay. I want to check what room is this? Gunner store. So you're probably the gunner. Since, you know, hanging out in the gunner store. And I think this is the same person I said might be the gunner before. Would make sense for you to be the gunner's mates.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the fucking spider crab.
The big scary guy.
Yeah, I remember it now, but I forgot it until we got to this part. Who could this possibly be? How did they die? Shot on accident. Gun, don't know. Need to see the other side of this. Okay, yeah, you got fucking impaled by the damn thing. I thought I saw a body through there. Come with me, Cloud.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Yeah, I think it's a little late for them. So we can hypothetically identify them. Why are we pouring water on it? Okay, I am curious about something. So you were already shot then. So, yeah, looks like these memories a little bit out of the order that you would expect. This memory looks to be after the previous one. They were speared by a beast. Spiked. Spiked
beast.
seems more right.
Yeah.
Who's next? On the Death Brigade. Oh. Now, why would you do that, Cloud? Oh, good. We're including the spider in this whole mess.
I mean, it is a thing that died.
So that explains the water. That very much explains the water.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, got more bodies back here. What are you aiming at? That's concerning. Yeah, it makes sense the surgeon would get in on the combat. This is kind of an all-hands-on-deck situation.
Mm-hmm.
You... burned. You very much burned to death. And apparently I identified you already. Right, you're the one who was puking earlier. The cloud always has to take the most elaborate route. Okay, we got 2 bodies here.
We're no use!
It's no use! Take this! I mean, what? Okay, so that's how they burned it.
A crabless trigger.
Someone's having a bad day. Really, everyone's having a bad day.
Seems like everyone on this ship was having a very bad several days or to weeks, depending on how long they survived.
Yeah. What the hell are you up to?
You're taking a rest.
Oh, he's opening it. Why is he opening it?
Good question.
You're handing out weapons. So you're either the gunner or the gunner's mate. We've already said somebody else is the gunner.
Yeah,
I may end up needing to swap those.
the gong does sound extremely ooh banana.
So spiked and spiked. Ah, upstairs. I'm gonna need to start going back through and probably comparing against my shoe pictures soon. I think I could get a few of these people with that.
Hopefully.
But for now, let's keep going along the path. At the very least, the more info we get elsewhere, the more we can do process of elimination.
What's going on?
Stay back! It's already done to the neck.
Hey, come on, boss. No, get there. Hey, cat!
Okay, so Nick died somewhere around here. Need to find... God, that thing's fucked up. Where where is Nick? Possibly downstairs. Shoot. Oh! Oh, there were multiple! So you're probably Nick. Rude. I guess it could also be you. Okay, Nick's a nickname. What is Nick short for? Nicholas. Yeah, that makes sense. Would you be? I'm not confident enough to begin to state that.
There is a Nicholas there. Unless there's like a different Nicholas, I think it'd be a safe assumption that Nick would be that guy. Watch the Beast. My favorite character. Oh, there was a Nikolai.
Okay, so there's multiple options. Still, that is info. So they got spiked. We don't know anything else yet. I like how it's already right on top of the body it wanted me to go to. Oh, there is a really funny death I just remembered. I just remembered how the artist died. I knew somebody died there, but I just remembered it was the artist who died there.
He gets spratted.
I can't wait till we get to the artist. It's probably the funniest fucking death in this game. Whee! Having a great one, I see. Yeah, they're coming up from all over the place. I kind of fucking hate this. Hi, Brennan! Brennan is just the most recognizable person because he's got that goddamn beanie.
It's his famous beanie. He loves it.
Do you think they're having a great time?
Yes, I do.
So they clearly died by falling. Or possibly being thrown. Oh, they are actually riding on top of the crab. That is two separate creatures. I never noticed that before. But those are feet. Huh. I hate it. Apparently, it's really easy to identify this one. Okay, well, that's rude. Okay, so we can probably identify this person from their shoe, if only it would let me. Gee, I wonder how this person died. I'll go back for the shoes later. So before we go into this memory, I want to double check. Glossary. Okay, so this person was working up in the rigging, so they're probably a topman. We can already pretty reasonably say that. Oh! So not from falling.
No, not really.
There's also a lot of topmen.
Yep.
So that's not particularly. Oh, fuck. This is gonna be one of the shoes.
Perhaps.
Hey, there's distinctive tattoo guy. Right, and I need to look for someone who has a lady in a dress on their left arm. I don't know if there's much I can do from up. Huh. What are they pulling up? Oh, they're pulling the sails taut. Okay.
Yeah.
"14 others were present. Electrocuted." Yep, that's correct. Okay, where does the door? Oh my god, the door's right there. That's so funny. Okay, I want to take another look. Left arm. None of them. Okay, well, fine. Let's keep gathering info. Okay, please, please, please tell. No, they're not gonna. Ooh, this door's open. Yes! Yes! Really bad time. Yeah, so, yeah. It just straight up says that this is the artist. And the artist kind of died with his pants down, being
He had a poop disaster. He got spratted.
Yeah, he had a bad case of the shits. A case of bad calamari indeed.
He got spratted.
And this poor guy's like, what the fuck is happening over there? Nobody's aware the hell they're about to go through. Not the captain? No. Though you, whoever you are, you're this guy's mate. You seem pretty high up, so you could be third or fourth mates. No, wait. That doesn't quite fit. The second mate wouldn't have a mate of their own. The third mate, okay. What? 56, nothing. 43, nothing. I guess we can process of elimination. It can't be the people who are asleep. Why, thank you for the subscription. Glad to have you here with us, Standard Air. So yeah, the artist kinda, you know, strangled, I guess technically works. Crushed also probably works. Okay, how many have I filled in? That aren't confirmed is what I want to see. Right, the crew list at the start. That's what I want to find. Wait. Was there a shortcut to get back to the start?
I don't think there's a shortcut for the...
That would be convenient. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3. So we've got at least one incorrect identity. We got one incorrect identity somewhere.
At least, yeah. Or is it exactly one? You could have 2.
Could have 2.
Could have 3, I guess.
No, we know for sure Edward Spratt's fate. That's a gimme.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gimme. So I'm thinking I've got the gunner and the gunner's mate flipped.
That would give you 2 if you flipped them and got that. That would give you 2. That would be 2 incorrect if you changed them around.
Okay, this guy is actually like ordering the execution, so it would make sense to flip them. Let's try that real quick. There we go. That's what we had wrong. 3 more fates correct. It might say on the back cover page. Yeah, it says right there. Table of contents is Y. Perfect. That is helpful. Okay, so now we can mark in the gunner's mate is U. Right there. Perfect. That is some info cleared up. And next fate is going to be upstairs. Now, how do you want me to get upstairs? Ah, right here. Now, what happened to you? Rest in peace, artist. You had a bad one. Oh, right.
How come they call it the restroom? I'm fighting for my life out here.
I keep forgetting they want you to follow the cloud, so if you leave it behind, it will pause.
It's waiting for you. It's animal.
It's very polite.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
Okay, we've got a country.
Get in the boat. Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The robes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Guys, I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Okay, so we know this guy's Danish. So who is from Denmark? Lars Lind is the only option. So we've got your identity. And then this guy has a brother. So we want to find same last name. Oh, but this is a list of people. This is technically a list of people who we don't have confirmed identities. So if we've already identified the brother confirmed, but we haven't seen a death by ropes yet, so probably not. We got Peters and Peters. Okay, so either Nathan or Samuel.
The Pete brothers.
just writing down in my notebook. The first time I've actually had to write anything down in my notebook. I didn't see any other pairs of last names, but there's a lot of names, so I could easily have missed something. Okay, so we've largely narrowed it down. This guy is... I love that facial expression. He's like, what the fuck is happening here?
Mutiny.
Who is this guy? Don't have enough info to identify. Also, I've seen this guy a few times. I think he's like the only black guy on the ship. So let's see. Yeah, that doesn't help me enough. The American education system is failing me right now. Hello, goat. The Doom, Chapter 7. Got bashed in the head by one of the Peters brothers. Clubbed. Oh, I need to write down. This is Lars Lind. Okay. Oh, that is a lot of death. I mean, to be fair, this is Kraken chapter.
This is the Doom.
The Doom. Oh, lots of people went missing. Honestly, probably fell overboard, most of them. We'll have to check later. Alright, with that, Twitch wants to run ads, so we're going to go ahead and let Twitch run ads for 3 minutes, and we will be back shortly. So we can keep looking into these deaths. I'm going to go take a quick break.
I'm going to go use the bathroom and get dinner, so I might be gone for a bit.
That sounds fair. I think I'm going to grab a second serving if there's any leftover food, because I only grabbed a little bit. Very delicious dinner tonight. Yeah, they got to the last bit of food with before me. Figures. Fair enough. Games yelling at me to open up the book. I'll have to do that once we are back. Ooh! I just was sent some interesting news. Apparently, Sonic fans have released an unofficial PC port of the Xbox 360 version of Sonic Unleashed, compatible with Windows and Linux. Very neat. I mean, that's how Sonic Mania got made. Yeah, that could be something I look into at some point. I only ever played the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed. Very much enjoyed Sonic Unleashed, even on the Wii version. I am going to want to probably grab a copy of that sooner rather than later. Just in case Sega gets angry. Because I do not have an Xbox. Alright, 15 seconds until the ad's done and we'll hop right back in. Well, 5 seconds until Twitch says the ads are done. Apparently it tends to end early. Alright. We are back. And the game's telling me to open the book. Why do you want me to open the book? Open the book while the pocket watch is open to flip directly to the relevant page. Ooh, that is handy to know. Okay. We need to find more deaths. If we can keep narrowing down information, it'll make figuring out the last identities a lot easier once we've got a few more names off the list. So let's start looking around. Nothing there. Nothing here. I think we've checked most of this floor. I wonder if we're at a point where he wants us to start filling in those blanks, actually. What are we missing in terms of chapters? Haven't finished... Oh, on the cargo deck. Can we get there right now? I don't think so. That's still locked. That's the bottom floor. Cargo deck. Cargo deck. Yeah, we're basically just missing deaths in the cargo deck. Oh! Wait a minute. It is open. Literally just put the book away and walk downstairs. Okay, we got a death here.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest
Lots of info there. Where's the rest of his leg? Okay. So, let's see. That was a lot of very useful info. So, steward. You are someone's steward. Unfortunately, I do not recognize the accents all that well. But you are a steward of somebody. Who was talking? If I could figure out who was talking, that would be super useful. I also need to look at the transcript again. Who else is around here? You are the boatswain. You are the captain, so that honestly kind of makes it highly likely that this is the captain's steward. This is... looks like one of the mates. That was a lot of info, though, in that dialogue. You... I guess we can put it as torn apart for now by the steward. Likely the captain's steward. Not sure. I want to look at the... Here we go. So probably this guy's name is John. Is going to be my guess. It sounds like they're trying to reassure him that he'll be fine. Even though he very definitely was not. John Naples of Wales. And I'm feeling reasonably confident that that's the captain's steward. Particularly because he was speaking because of the language it looked like he was speaking. So I'm going to identify you as the captain's steward for now. Is there a passenger with the last name of Dahl? No. Anything else we can identify here? Doesn't really look like it. Ah! Body upstairs. Please? Please? Okay, let's go around then. Alright, lead the way, magical cloud. Lead me to our next body. Ooh! Crushed. Yikes. That is a very unpleasant way to die. Okay, you are coming out of this room. What is this room? Okay, I was mistaken earlier. That is good to know. Here we go. No, wait, map. The map. The map is what I want. This is which room? Oh, there it is. Carpenter shop. So, carpenter's mate? Because you're still working, so presumably you're the carpenter. You're going out to check, so that would make you the mate. We have identified you. So you were crushed by... Is that one of the crab monsters all tied up? What is that? You were crushed by cargo. That feels like we have something wrong then. Oh, wait, my mistake. Front of the book. 1. 2, 3. Okay, we've got something wrong somewhere. We will figure it out at some point. If we can get one or two more correct answers, enough to like start filling in more confirms, that would allow us to figure out which ones are wrong.
Clear the deck. Move the boat to stern and throw the bodies over.
What's your foot in? Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Careful now.
Okay, we've got a chef here.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Ah! Okay. You... I'm gonna say probably the cook. Are you the same guy I saw cooking just outside of the artist's, outside of the room the artist was in when he was getting killed? Because I saw someone cooking just outside that room. Where are you running off to? Seriously, this voyage was absolutely cursed. And because you got killed, that made the whole thing fall apart and that crushed your head. These two are together, so an officer and their mates? "28 were present." I guess shot? No. Tail? There we go. Now we can see which one's wrong. That also means only one of them is wrong. Alright, that puts us a quarter of the way through. Okay, let's take a look. Which one do we have wrong? Winston Smith, Carpenter. So I have the Carpenter and his mate backwards then, is what I'm hearing. Where are they on here? It might be easier to just... No, you know what? Easiest way is probably go in here. And... we don't see when you died. How do I fix that? Okay. Show me you on the sketch. I don't see your maze anywhere. I'm bad enough with faces. A few of these people look similar enough that I'm not sure. Alright. I'll just have to figure that out and fix it later. Actually, if I could find them in... No, it's fine. How do you want me to get back up? Over here? No. How do I slip? Oh, right there. Okay, that's how I'm going to slip past and back up. That's a lot of dead bodies. Hello, Modulus Shift. Welcome. We have about a quarter of the fate solved. I think we're about at the point where we've seen nearly all the memories. So soon it will be just putting some missing identities together. I got pictures of the people sleeping in their beds with their feet and other, like, identifying features.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来诶，全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害得较对人无顾好，是谁人滚死的啊？He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Okay, so that's when those first woke up. They were spiked. Do we have any of their identities already? You're from Formosa. You are... Please, there we go. We can identify you, but we don't know who you are yet. Your high difficulty. Lots of bodies over here. Oh dear. She got clawed up real bad, it looks like. The second mate's down. Also, nice dodge on this guy. Okay, we can immediately say they got spiked. Unfortunately, I do not know who they are yet. Okay, I think it's about time we started with this section. I think I know which segment we're about to start witnessing. Come on, Magic Cloud, you can go faster than that. Also, love that we have to do these deaths one at a time when they're all just laid out next to each other.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
You got shot. By who? By that guy? And this was the second mate? Yes. Treasure in the form of sea creature lady. Lots of sea creature ladies. With titties! Uncensored titties. The glowy thing! Who's up there? Can't quite make him out. God, Brennan really was busy on this boat. He had a very high kill count. Just being a reminder from the fact that this guy got clubbed by Brennan. Mermaid, fair enough. I'm sure Twitch will be happy about the uncensored mermaid boobs. It's low enough resolution they probably won't be able to tell. You, second mate, got shot. Not quite sure the name of the person yet, but I know you got shot. And it sounded like 2 people you could have got shot by. Okay. Opened the chest and it killed you. Got it. Very demonic chests. Do not fuck with the sea creatures. Do you have any more corpses out here? I think we should have. Ah! Okay. Yeah, she got clawed up real bad. Not quite sure how to say how he died. Just kind of murdered by the treasure chest. So you, I guess burned would be the closest. Yeah, killed by death. It does look like a fire, but it's a mystical, magical fire, so that doesn't quite, my brain didn't go right to burning. Alright, come on, magic smoke. Oh, that moon is very wiggly. Oh, wait, no, the boat's wiggly. Right, duh, that's how the ocean works. Those are called waves, me.
睇掉啊！個單字咧。
Okay, so Lamb was clawed by this thing. Oh. You opened it, and I guess it released them? Or did it attack them? There's the shell. The little glowy shell thing everyone's been talking about. So yeah, it came off of her, I guess. Either they attacked and then opening up the chest knocked them out, or opening the chest is what summoned them. Oh, we got speared people. Oh dear. We got another one here. And too late. Okay, you got clawed. Let's see, what's my count at right now? 1, 2, just 2. Okay, so we're good to keep going. Who's next?
You're still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Okay, so someone who is in charge of rowing would be O'Hagan. Probably not this guy, but Patrick O'Hagan from Ireland. Asking, are you still breathing, implies already mortally wounded. To me. Do I want to mark you? I'll go with it for now. It doesn't feel right. But the language implies already wounded in some way. So yeah, these showed up first. Opening the chest would have stunned them then. Stunned them or knocked them unconscious. I need to look back at that dialogue. Accessible only through another corpse. Okay, so yeah, the guy who died here is not O'Hagan. We can confirm that much. So I'm willing to say I might be right on the person I'm really?
Keep rowing! Where is it? There! Something there! I see it!
Okay.
Here's a
That gives me a
weapon!
name that I need.
My kid eye! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Finally have your name. It's Bangsia. There we go. Another 3 down. That puts us up to what, 18? Yes! Okay, I was right on the carpenter's and carpenter's mate after fixing it. Okay, and also that lets me identify another name. You are... Where? Where'd it go? There you are. Chiotan. Yeah, that could have been fun if Ghost Trick did that. Death within death within death within death. Okay, so you're getting speared right now. I think it's unreasonable to ask you if you can still breathe, so you're probably not O'Hagan. But you are long dead, so you can't be O'Hagan. That would be completely unreasonable. So maybe it is this guy? We have not seen a death yet. Really? It accepts poison? Huh. That's interesting. Like, I knew it was generous, like it would allow close enough, but oh, he was cutting the ropes on the spear. That's great. Like, I didn't realize it was that lenient. Okay, you got speared by a beast. It says a rating of 2 for figuring out your identity. Alright, let's keep going. Again, we can always come back to figure out names later. As long as we're making some sort of progress, we are narrowing down the list.
Keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩抓不？
So they got kidnapped.
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
Okay, and we're at the end of the boat segment. So, you clearly got speared. Don't know who you are. Oh, it is possible. Yeah, I forgot to put my Discord on D&D. That's my mistake. That's why that's coming up. Apologies for that. Okay, I don't think we can get any other identities here. Not at present. You're the second mate, that's what I thought. Ah! Wait, we know who shot you now. You got speared by a beast. And I can put in that you died to... No, not you. To Chiotan. since Chiotan was still on the boat, I believe. There's the exit. Alright then. Let's take a look real quick at how many of the fates we've looked at. We are still missing loose cargo on the cargo deck. But it looks like we may have basically everything else. Ah, we've got another one on the cargo deck. And then we are missing the bargain, of course. Okay, so we've got 2 more fates to look at. Twitch wants to run ads real quick, so we're going to take a quick break, 3 minutes. And when we're back, we're going to go find those last few deaths on the cargo deck. And then that will probably do it for tonight, and we'll finish up Obra Dinn next week. So 1 more segment tonight, and then we call it for the night, and we finish it up next week. So, be back in about 3 minutes for our last segment of the night. I am going to go refill my water real quick. I'm a little bit thirsty. I'll be back.
Guess what? I'm back. Get scared, get scared, get scared, get scared, get scared.
Alright, I am back. We got 20 seconds till the ads are reportedly done.
Hey, guess what? I'm back too.
Welcome back! When did you get back? How much have you seen?
I got back during this break.
Fair enough. So yeah, we went through the offshore section when we were, following along, the second mate and the runaways and the kidnappees. And then we got back to the boat. There's just 2 memories left, and then we'll have seen all the memories. And back. Okay, so we've got 18 fates solved, was it? Yeah, we're up to 18, making good progress. I was thinking, while we were away, it's probably pretty safe to assume that the people who went missing, yeah, these two people who went missing probably drowned. They probably fell overboard and drowned. So I'm gonna put that in real quick. Fell overboard would probably also be accepted. But yeah, there's 2 more memories we need to find, and they're both on the cargo deck. So all the way down we go. Let's see. Can't get in there. Though I'm seeing a grate is open. Already done that one.
Go in the hole, go in the hole.
I can't. It won't let me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we got a few doors we can check. Nothing. Ah! Nice. Oh! Spiked by the beast.
Ooh.
Have we... Oh, wait. Are you the carpenter I was looking for? Maybe... I think this is the guy who was, who witnessed the, passenger shooting someone earlier and was freaking out about it. I want to say this is the carpenter. Because I wasn't able to fully fix their identities earlier. I could get the carpenter's mate right, but I couldn't find the carpenter again. That is a bad way to go. Who are you? Oh, you're this guy! I'd love to be able to identify you. Oh, you're hiding behind the stairs. That's a safe place to work, actually. That's probably the best place to be when you're dealing with this. Who's upstairs? That guy. So you were spiked. Haha, another 3 correct. That puts us at 21. Awesome. That's what, 35%?
Something like it.
All right. So that fate's done. What else can we find? Ooh, we can head out here. Oh my god.
The barrel.
Death by barrel.
The nasty, yucky barrel.
Oh, it was a stowaway. And you got crushed. Oh, that's Lars Lind. The ropes! The ropes! So this is one of the Nichols brothers. Or sorry, this is one of the Peters brothers. Where did I get Nichols from?
I think there is a guy named Nichols, but
That's probably where I got it from. I probably saw it and I got stuck in my head. Okay, that's O'Hagan, I think. So yeah, Stowaway, and this is one of the Peters brothers. I like that it just immediately threw me into the next one. I didn't really have to do any input.
Wait! Wait! No!
Yeah. So I'm going to just... They did say you have to guess on some of them. So I'm going to guess that you are one of the Peters brothers. Fill in the info, assuming I'm right, and then if I'm wrong, flip it around. The game did explicitly say you do have to guess on some things based on incomplete information. I've already eliminated it down to this is one of two people. I just don't know which is which, and the other memories involving his brother don't give any indications to his name. It's possible I could find a bed tag, but I don't want to deal with the bed tags if I don't have to. Crushed by cargo. Then Lars Lind. Where are you, Lars Lind? God, this is a long list. There you are. Let's try the first set. And if that doesn't work, we can try the other. Is it a bed tag? Yeah, that checks out. Oh, interesting. There you are. All right, let me take a look at my bed tag photos. I've got so 48 and 60 are the ones I want to look for. Do I have either of those? I've got 37, 39, 40, 38, 59. That's all the tags I was able to find. There's probably more. Okay, let's see. So I've got 2, 3. I'm very uncertain on O'Hagan, actually. Okay, I don't even have enough information to be able to check that method, so... I may have to go start looking at bed tags then, and I really have been dreading that. Okay, is there anyone else here I could maybe identify? Don't know you. Okay, that makes sense. Whoa! Clipped through the ceiling for a moment there. Alright, so yeah, now it's about the time. We've seen all the deaths now, I believe. So it's time to start figuring out identities.
Oi! In there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Alright, we have the option to give up and leave if we want. Let's see. The bed tags were... Was it through this memory? Oh. It's not even here. Okay, let's see. Looking for the corpse. Across and to my right. You. Perfect. Yeah, at this point we are just trying to narrow down the last bits of it. That X really doesn't help. Pretty sure, yeah, we determined you were 53 from the fact that you were out of bed. So we're looking for 48 or 60. 57. $37. 42. Ah, bright. Another bed tag over here. 36. 39. 40. 41. Need 48 or 60. That's 59. Rude. So close to being what I need. 58. No, I've checked all these. Okay. So if it's not this one, let's see if there's another... The hammock memories were all clustered together in this chapter, I believe. So you are on the stairs. Alright, I would prefer less hints if possible, but I do appreciate it. So, okay, maybe not this one, because this takes us up to the upper floor with the medic.
They must have picked it up at the last class.
Okay, so not this one. Okay, what else do we have? Cow. Cow might. It is still on this floor. No, the beds were down a floor though, weren't they? What floor were the hammocks even on? No, this is cannons. Alright, well. We'll just start checking through memories. We'll find it eventually. surgeon has a monkey.
One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Okay, what other... I suppose I probably should go back to that one. See if I can confirm exactly what floor I'm even on in the memory. Because that's what's tripping me up. They've rearranged everything on this boat. Okay, this is the gun floor. The floor with the guns has the hammocks. Or the cannons, rather. Okay, that's good info. Rain. So I need to find deaths on... I need to find a death that would take me to the gun deck before everything goes to hell. Oh! No, that's after everything goes to hell. So I want to be in probably chapter 3. 1, 2, or 3 would be ideal. No, that's when they're all at open sea, and then after that everything goes to hell, so it's one of these. You know what I'm thinking? It unblurred his face when I saw the memory of him dying. So that, at the very least, is something we can check. Now, it could just be because we saw him dying, and they're like, hey, that's enough info, but... Be able to find a stick. No staircase. Again, clipping through the ceiling. Let's just go through the memories one at a time. We'll find it eventually. We checked that one. We know that for sure. I might as well double check the other ones in case they let me go to a different floor from within the memory. So this one is on the staircase.
Same as the other fellow.
I'm trapped! There we go. Nope, that's locked. Shoot. Okay, so not this one.
If so, we don't have it. They must have...
That's been ruled out.
No escape. You cannot leave.
Okay, so cow next, just in case it'll let us go up a floor. There you are. Okay, good news is it's open. Bad news is it's blocked. And also a black void up there.
Yeah. Come on before she kicks off.
Okay, so not this memory. Don't think that one would lead to anything. We saw you executed up on the main deck. Actually, you know what? Since I am just trying to figure out which memory it is, I will take a hint of which memory also has hammocks. Because otherwise I am just brute forcing it, and that's not the mystery solving aspect. Of course it's the goddamn artist. Oh, that makes sense.
You gotta go back to poop disaster.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I ruled that one out just because that's when catastrophe started, but no, that's fair. That makes sense. 43, 44. Honestly, they would have taken the hammocks. 48. My assumption is they would take the hammock down if the person was dead. So since 48 is still up, that means 48 is still alive. So the one who died in the first memory is 60. This seems reasonable. So, yeah, crushed by cargo. That's what I thought. Oh, no. I want to go up. Clubbed by 48, Nathan Peters. Okay. I'm confident on those two. So I have the identity of O'Hagan wrong. That's fair. I expected to have O'Hagan wrong. This X tag still bothers me a lot. Okay, so we've got someone and their mate. Here, let's see. So we've got first mate, second mate, captain, third mate, or fourth mate? That's this guy. Where would the fourth mate be standing? It would make sense for the third mate to be... So since we have the third mate and... Sorry, we have this person and their steward with them. It would make more sense for the first three mates to be with the captain and the fourth mate to be missing. Just by seniority or however exactly that works. So I'm going to say you are probably the third mate. You are probably the third mate's steward. Seems reasonable. I'm right. Okay. That should be about 24. So I definitely have O'Hagan's identity wrong. That's what I expected. I need to find... If I can identify who the fourth mate that is, that would be helpful. First mate's steward. I guess, yeah, we could just start going through people one at a time. And start piecing together, like, okay, we know a lot more about these people, who they are, what they look like. So now we can start filling in, like, I didn't know who their killer was before, but now I can figure it out.
Mm-mm.
So, on the main deck, the body is outside of the first mate's window. So, gun deck. So this floor, far back left from where I'm standing. Need to get out of the memory first, fair enough. Corpses everywhere. It's beautiful.
On your toes.
Nichols. Shot by Nichols. Okay. Still not sure who you
Slash
are.
the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Okay. Where's that? Don't know you yet. This situation happening over here. Okay, so this is Nichols' mutiny and kidnapping the Formosans to take the treasure and run. Okay, next. Don't know who you are, don't know who you are. So, one of these is O'Hagan. No, not if O'Hagan's dead. Because we've already figured out that this is not O'Hagan. These two are obviously not O'Hagan. This one's definitely not O'Hagan. And this one isn't because he's the one speaking to O'Hagan. So... this could be O'Hagan. Or this could be O'Hagan. For some reason, my brain wants to say this guy is, but I'm not certain. Okay. No clue who you are. So we'll unmark you. Yeah, this guy drowned. And went missing. He wouldn't be talking to someone who's missing. This is probably O'Hagan. That is also that's just kind of what my instinct is telling me too, is this... I'm gonna trust my instinct on this. So you don't know. Where else can I find? You're one of the top men, and there's way too many top men. Oh god, I'm probably gonna have to. Okay. So your body is laying on top of the thing. Okay. Then this is probably the last thing we'll do for tonight, is we're going to start comparing these bodies against the tanks. Okay, so you've got short shoes with socks. You have a tattoo on your left arm. It's covered. Well, that's annoying. What other pictures do I have? They're almost kind of like loafers. Not 39. Not 40. Shoes are too low for 40. Not matching up with any of my photos. Okay. You have a very distinctive look to you. I have seen you all over the place. None of my photos match. No. I need to find that damn tattoo. Do any of the people on here have a tattoo showing? No. Someone has a tattoo of a woman in a dress on their left arm, and I need it. If I can find that, that would give me an identity. Everyone's got their goddamn sleeves rolled down. God damn you all. Take your damn shirts off. It's like right, it's on the forearm too. It's by the wrist. It should be really easy to spot. Even with their manner of dress. Okay, I'm having no luck here. So 39 has striped socks and loafers. Kind of like loafers. Jump back to the start. 39, was it? Yeah, 39 is Ji Zhang. And a topman. Alright, show me striped socks. Striped socks, any of you. No. You're not even wearing socks. Okay, no luck up here. Yeah, you better run. This is all gone to hell. I am so glad I was never on this boat. Okay. Oh shit, there's someone over there. What's happened to you, friend? Are you about to fall? Are those the striped socks I'm looking for? I don't think it's the right color. No, that's actually pretty close. The 1-bit coloration is not helping.
Yeah.
But it does look like the stripes I'm looking for. Kind of. So, tentatively giving you Ji Zhang's identity. Okay, I think this memory is not going to help me too much more. Let's see. Which page are you? Okay. Okay, you've got kind of lengthier shoes. They at least go up the heels. Socks don't look to match, and I don't think you have the tattoo. You might be number 40. Well, 38 kind of has short loafers with white socks too. You don't match 50. Not matching this guy, but matching someone else I saw earlier. Shoes for 59. 59's shoes are a little bit more detailed than this, though this is a bad angle. Okay. God, the bed tags is the worst part of this game by far. I keep seeing you everywhere. Whatever happened to you? What is your name? Here, can I... Okay, I think my brain needs a break. I think this is about good, a good as place as I need to stop. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look through the pictures one more time. See if I can see anyone who has a close relationship that might indicate, like, similar roles. Seaman, seaman, seaman. Cook. Who would be standing with the cook? Butcher would make sense. Oh, wait, hold on. Were you? No. Let's go back to the picture. What memories were you in? Let's see. Were you in the cow? Were you in the cow's memory? There it is. Yes. Yep. Yes, you were. Okay. That's the last thing I want to check for today. At the very least, then, I've identified somebody new. I made a little bit of progress to end off the stream on a decent note. I mean, we've almost got half the fate solved, so. Okay. This guy.
Enter here.
He wasn't in.
Get true to skull in stoner brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here? None of them look like him.
Come on,
let's see. No.
Kicks up.
Oh, no, that is him. Oh, he just looks different in the memory. Okay. I am willing to say that that's probably the butcher.
He's wearing an apron.
He's wearing an apron. He's standing with the chef. He's helping to kill the cow. It feels reasonable to conclude that this guy is probably the butcher. So let's see. Obviously, that didn't mark anything else off. Here, let me remove your bookmarks. So let's see. How many do I have marked that are not marked as correct? 1, 2, 3. So Ji Zhang's probably wrong. That's fine. I hate the bed tags. It's the worst part of this game by far. Am I really about to do a little bit more just because this game really sucks you in? The thing I want to check is I want to check Paul Moss and the gunner's mate. Since I have one detail unknown, and that is just who killed them. Damn it, I'm really doing this to myself. Okay, fine. I'll accept that I'm very bad at telling myself to stop.
I'm just gonna chime in and make sure you are aware it is 9:40 your time.
Oh crap, you're right. Okay.
I think probably the net. Do you think?
I'm gonna check the gunner's mate and call it good.
Where does... I'm assuming you have it on your screen, on your end somewhere. How long is it until the next ad break?
Looks like we accidentally ran past an ad break.
Oh.
Okay, so to my left. This one. Okay, gunner's mate, shot by you. Don't know your name. Crap. He looks to be maybe the fourth mate? The hat. He's the only one we don't have left yet. Yeah. Okay. That hat indicated a position of authority. The only one we didn't have was the fourth mate. So, makes sense. We got O'Hagan correct. We got the butcher correct. Okay, which one is wrong? Ji Zhang. Ji Zhang is wrong. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the four Chinese top men is that's one of the harder parts to figure out.
Yeah.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Okay. And then since I'm here and I did just figure out the fourth mate, might as well get the other memory right next to us, also dealing with the fourth mate. Yes, okay. So we've already dealt with that. Yeah, okay. There's nothing to fill in there. We just filled it in. Brennan came down, dealt with him because he was stabbed by the fourth mate. I do remember that. That's the entire reason this mess started. Might as well just double check that before I lock it in. So that would be down in one of these rooms, this one.
Oh no! You're cut!
Okay. Well, that's... yeah.
Leave me. Bear up, son. I'll
He
stay
survived and crawled. Just want to try and confirm that if possible. Yeah, you were stabbed and started crawling away. We don't have the memory of him getting stabbed. Best we've got is...
Mutiny! Mutiny!
the fourth mate seems to be the one who has lost their mind here, so... Best I've got is fourth mate's the one who stabbed and then pulled out a gun to shoot the gunner's mate. There might be one more memory I'm missing that would fill in that last detail. But last thing I wanted to check, that I said I wanted to check, is the other one where we have everything except for who killed. So that's all the Sweater, that's the gunner's mates. Which memory is that? I want to see the... Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I have seen all the memories. I'm just trying to... There. Okay. That's what I want to feel. I just don't have a memory that actually shows the stabbing, because he survived to crawl away, so I don't actually see the stabbing occurring at any point. So I can't concretely say that the fourth mate's the one who stabbed him. I can reasonably infer it from the events that are happening in this section, but I can't concretely say it because I haven't physically seen it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it there. That feels like a good place to stop. We've got nearly half the memories. All that's really left is filling in identities of people from what we have learned. So probably gonna be a lot of revisiting memories next time, but really good progress, seeing all the memories and getting nearly half the fates filled in. Alright, thank you everyone for joining. This was fun. The next stream we will hopefully be finishing Return of the Obra Dinn. It's probably going to be a lot of, admittedly a little bit tedious, just revisiting things and double checking, triple checking to make sure we understand all the exact series of events. But that's fine. It's the kind of puzzle I love doing. So, I will see everyone next week for that. Have a good one.